Ever wondered how much YouTubers actually make? You see the flashy cars, the big houses, and think, I could do that. But what's the real story behind the YouTube paycheck, especially in places like the USA and Canada? Let's break it down, get into the nitty-gritty, and figure out what 1,000 views is really worth. First up, let's talk about the big one, RPM, or revenue per mil. That's how much you earn for every 1,000 views. Now, you might hear a lot of numbers thrown around, but the truth is, it's not a fixed rate. It varies wildly. Why? Well, a huge part of it comes down to advertisers. Think about it. Advertisers are the ones paying the bills. They bid to place their ads on your videos, and where they want to advertise makes a massive difference. The United States has a huge competitive market. Companies are willing to pay top dollar to get their products in front of American consumers. This means if a large portion of your audience is in the US, your RPM is generally going to be higher. We're talking potentially anywhere from $7 to $15 per 1,000 views, sometimes even more. Now, let's hop over the border to Canada. The Canadian market is fantastic, but it's smaller. There's less competition among advertisers compared to the US, which usually translates to a slightly lower RPM. You might see numbers closer to the $5 to $10 range. So, right off the bat, if two channels have the exact same number of views, but one has a primarily American audience and the other a Canadian one, the US-based channel will likely earn more from ads. It's simple market economics. But wait, there's more to it than just the country. The asterisk-type asterisks of content you create is a game. Let's say you make videos about personal finance, investing, or real estate. What kind of advertisers do you think that attracts? Banks, brokerage firms, software companies, businesses with big marketing budgets that are willing to pay a premium to reach an audience that's interested in money, so your RPM could soar, maybe even hitting $20 or $30 or more, regardless of whether your viewers are in the US or Canada. On the flip side, if your channel is about comedy skits, pranks, or general entertainment, the advertisers might be more mainstream, think fast food, mobile games, or sodas. These ads are great, but they typically don't pay as much per view. So, your RPM might be on the lower end of the scale, maybe $2 to $5. It's not that your content is less valuable, it's just that the advertisers in that space have different budget levels. A viewer interested in a new credit card is just worth more to an advertiser than a viewer looking for a quick laugh. Another huge factor is the age of your audience. Advertisers love targeting viewers in the 25 to 45 age range. Why? Because this demographic typically has the most disposable income. They're buying cars, houses, and making major purchasing decisions. If your analytics show you have a strong viewership in the sweet spot, advertisers will bid higher to get on your videos, pushing your RPM up. If your audience skews much younger, say under 18, they have less buying power, and your RPM will likely be lower. Okay, so you've got your ad revenue. It's finally hit your AdSense account. Hooray! But don't start planning that luxury vacation just yet. We need to talk about the taxman. This is where a lot of new creators get a rude awakening. In the United States, your YouTube income is treated as self-employment income. This means you're responsible for paying your own taxes, and it's not just income tax. You also have to pay self-employment tax, which covers Social Security and Medicare. This can be a significant chunk, roughly 15.3% right off the top, before you even get to federal and state income taxes. So, if you earn $100,000 from YouTube, you can expect to set aside at least 30 to 40%, or even more, for taxes, depending on your state and tax bracket. It's a similar story in Canada. Your YouTube earnings are considered business income. You'll need to report it to the Canada Revenue Agency, or CRA. You'll pay federal and provincial income tax on your net earnings. And just like in the US, you'll also be responsible for contributions to the Canada Pension Plan. The key is to track all your business expenses, your camera gear, your editing software, your internet bill. These can be deducted to lower your taxable income. But still, a good rule of thumb is to set aside at least 25 to 35% of your earnings for taxes. This is super important. The money you see in your AdSense account is not the money you take home. Not even close. Forgetting about taxes is one of the biggest financial mistakes a creator can make. Always save for your tax bill. So let's put this all together with a hypothetical example. Let's imagine two creators, one in the US and one in Canada. Both have channels about DIY home renovation and get 1 million views a month. This is a high-value niche, so let's give them a healthy RPM. Our American creator, let's call her Alex, has a mostly US audience. Her RPM is a solid $12. 1 million views at $12 per 1,000 views equals $12,000 for the month. Not bad. But then, Taxes. After setting aside around 35% for self-employment and income taxes, her take-home pay is closer to $7,800. Now, for our Canadian creator, Ben, his audience is primarily Canadian. His RPM is a bit lower, let's say $9. 1 million views at $9, RPM is $9,000 for the month. After he sets aside about 30% for Canadian income tax and CPP, his take-home is around $6,300. As you can see, even with the same number of views in a similar topic, location and tax structures create a noticeable difference in actual earnings. The country of your viewership is probably the single biggest determinant of your ad revenue. If you're a creator, you can actually see this breakdown in your YouTube Studio Analytics. Go check it out. See which countries are watching your videos the most. You might be surprised. But remember, ad revenue is just one piece of the puzzle. The smartest creators don't rely on AdSense alone. They diversify their income streams. Think about it. Ad rates can fluctuate. Your views might dip one month. You don't want all your eggs in one basket. So, what else can you do? Affiliate marketing is a huge one. You promote a product you love and get a commission for every sale made through your unique link. If you have a tech channel, you can link to the cameras and microphones you use. If you have a fitness channel, you can link to protein powders or workout gear. This can easily match or even exceed your ad revenue. Then there's merchandise. Selling your own t-shirts, hoodies, mugs, whatever fits your brand. This not only makes you money, but also builds a stronger community around your channel. Your fans get to represent their favorite creator. You can also create and sell your own digital products, like ebooks or online courses. If you're an expert on a topic, package that knowledge and sell it. This can be incredibly lucrative because once you've created the product, you can sell it over and over again with very little overhead. And let's not forget brand deals and sponsorships. This is when a company pays you directly to feature their product or service in your video. These can be one-off deals or long-term partnerships. For larger channels, a single brand deal can be worth more than a whole month of ad revenue. This is where you get to negotiate your own rates based on your channel's influence and engagement. So, while the debate of USA versus Canada RPM is interesting, it's not the whole story. The real secret to success on YouTube isn't just getting a million views. It's about building a business around your content. It's about understanding your audience, creating value for them, and then monetizing that value in multiple ways. The raw numbers from YouTube ads are just the starting point. Your location and your audience's location matter a lot for that initial income. But your niche, your business savvy, and your ability to diversify are what will truly determine how much you can earn as a content creator. So whether you're in Toronto or Texas, focus on building a strong brand, and the money will follow. Thanks for sticking with me through all that. I hope this gave you a much clearer picture of how YouTube Pay actually works. If you found this helpful, do me a favor and hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives like this. See you in the next one.